you see, Trimble and Powell dive for the ball and it rolls out of bounds. About 7 seconds left, pass the ball. What is going through your minds?
Just get another stop. That was what was going through our minds the whole last minute and a half, just to get a stop and finish it with a rebound.
Yeah, and tell me about, I saw after, the shot kind of clanged off the rim, you were kind of doing like this or some kind of motion. What was that?
It's like this.
It's like that? Okay.
It means locked up.
Locked up. Okay, yeah. And how good did it feel? I mean, after, this recent streak of losses and kind of similar situations, right? With like the Stanford game, for instance, how did it feel to finally pull this one out like that?
It felt really good because we feel like we've been in that position so many times. We've been on the wrong side of it, so it feels good to be on the good side of it now.
And if you don't mind me asking, just going back in the week a little bit, what was that first practice like back after the Duke game?
I just feel like it was like a normal practice. It was probably more intense because we kind of have more of a chip on our shoulder now since it's kind of a bad loss for us that we think it was a bad loss. So we're just going harder than ever. It's like one of the first.
You had a couple of late drives on the left side that you scored. Looked like they stopped whatever set you guys were running. What did you see in those lanes? And given the fact you had so much contact going the rim so often today, you didn't really have contact on either one of those.
Yeah, I felt like I wasn't as aggressive going to the rim throughout the whole game, so I felt like that was the perfect time to change it up and attack the rim as hard as I could because they kind of weren't expecting it. And the play broke down, and we was just playing me and Ben was just playing a two-man game.
How about Ben today? His hands were as good as we've seen him all year.
Yeah, he was really good today.
What were some of the things you saw? You were feeding him a lot early. I know Ian had some early assists to him.
Yeah.
What were you guys seeing from him that gave you those lanes?
They were switching to 1 through 5, so we would just do 1-5 ball screen, and the point guard would be on him, and we felt like that was a huge mismatch, and we just gave him the ball.
All right, so they're inbounding down a point in front of their bench, and there's a mad scramble for the ball. What were you What did you do during that? And describe what that was like to be involved in all that chaos.
Yeah, it was just a lot. Like everybody was diving on the floor. I think 5 people were on the floor. I was behind the ball, so I couldn't dive on it because there was already 5 people on the wall. So I was just making sure that I was just back, making sure that if they got the ball, I'll be back on defense.
Would it be fair to say you guys were desperate for a win today?
I don't know about desperate, but I felt like we were playing like we were desperate for a win, and that's something we gotta play like every day. Like we're desperate to win the game.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Just go